How to play Mario Maker? That's kind of a stupid name for this, but it's more of how you can do stuff inside Mario Maker. Now there's a pretty good tutorial, and I'm still getting them. As you see, it's telling me to touch an amiibo. I have all mine in a box, which I normally take my amiibos out of the box, but I've left them in because I don't have my display case, but that's a different story. So this is what the Maker looks like. Now when you play this game, you're going to see all of this, and it's going to give you a pretty darn good tutorial of what you can do. Now if you drag on the stylus at the bottom, you can expand or shorten the level, so you can make it as long or as short as you really want within what the game limits you. And if you move left and right with your sticks here, then you can adjust where you are on the screen. Now Mario can go up and down, and you can also plop him right wherever it is on the screen by pushing play, test out a certain part, and then click edit again. Editing is pretty easy. Up in the top left you can change what kind of game it is. Now I don't have all of them quite unlocked yet, but the more you play, it used to be where in 9 days you would unlock everything, but now there's a patch where the more that you play, the more you unlock. So I tend to like this one a little bit more than the current one, so I'm going to keep it on New Super Mario Brothers, and then you can change it underground or above ground. So I say let's do an underground level. Now some of the stuff changes, like this right here changes because it's underground, and undo is over here. Okay, I should know where this is. There it is. Okay, undo is that little dog down in the bottom. This is erase mode, and you can use obviously L and right to enable or disable it. And what this allows you to do is just erase separate things. So when you're ready to play stuff, you just click it on the top here, and like I said, I don't have quite everything unlocked yet, so this may not be absolutely relevant, but you know, it'll get the main idea across. So it's really nice how you can just drag across the screen into the grid, and it's showing up as a cat's paw on the screen there. That's pretty interesting. And then you get to just kind of do whatever you want here. You can spell things out, so I don't know, could do, that's a very terrible M, but you know, you spend more time in this and you can make it a little bit more visible. So I don't even know what I'm trying to do there. Anyway, so back to the boxes. Let's place some boxes here. Maybe I want to place a bunch of these, and then I can drag a mushroom and drop them on into there, and then maybe some coins and one of those, and then heck, let's put in a Goomba, and then this doesn't have enough enemies, so let's put that in there. Let's put another pipe here, and then you can click and drag the pipe to bring it up or down. So I'm gonna maybe put one of those in. Now most of the area has the default level that it had before, so I'm gonna kind of block this part off and make me jump over it. Then for here I'm gonna make it stupidly difficult. Actually, let's make it pretty easy. So let's do one every other block, and the thing is that'll be pretty far, so let's just lower this a little bit. There we go. That's fine. Let's move that over. It's pretty easy to fix mistakes that you make, and kind of makes you wonder if this is as easy as it was for the people who designed these games or designed these levels in the first place. So now that I'm here, let's make the jump slightly difficult. Let's get rid of that. Let's put it right there, and then just in case I fall into that. Okay, so let's make it even more interesting. Maybe a Goomba, but he's just gonna walk right off, so that's not gonna change anything. So maybe we'll make him bounce by, I don't know, trying that. I mean, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Put one of these there, and I think then, well, I gotta make sure I can actually jump up onto that, and I guess as long as I have a mushroom, I should be able to. Okay, so if I push S, I'll go back to the beginning, then I can click play, and then I play it like any other normal Mario game. And that's pretty much the end of it. This is how you make basic levels in Mario Maker. It's pretty fun so far. Oh, that could have been very terrible before, because you don't even have one of those anyway. So, see, that guy's forever there. Take the damage, and I die. So, that's probably going to be typical with your own levels. But, you know, you can play again here. And then let's start running, maybe. There we go. That's what I want. There we go. And I'm done. Well, there's a lot of other stuff you can do too, and I'll be going over those in later videos. But more importantly, I'll be just playing regular, actual levels because that people have made, because I am not good enough at this game to be doing that. So, like I said, I don't quite have everything unlocked at this point. I think the longer that you play, so about 2 hours, you do unlock everything. If you click that kind of menu in the top right there, or just push the plus key on your gamepad, you can go to Course Maker, you can do the 10 Mario Challenge, or Course World. Course World is where you will find all the other courses. There's also an instruction booklet and a notification thing, as well as settings where you can change a couple of the settings if you don't like them. So this was just a quick overview of what you can do in Super Mario Maker.